So it's Thursday, one of my favorite nights of the week. One of the things I like to do outside of pro wrestling. I was a broadcaster before I started, and every Thursday I do this television show at a small TV station in Chattanooga, WIHB. I co-host a show called Sports Viewpoints with Bill Bolin, and it's just a fun show to do. Broadcasting's always been a passion of mine.
There are, rarely in your chance you get people that come into your life that have talent and vision and vivacity. Lionel's not one of those people. But Lionel, came into the show and changed it, brought some extra flair to it. A lot of that was depression and that kind of flair, but Lionel brought a lot to the show.
It's a shame being on a low-power television station that we don't have a larger audience. It is a crying shame that we don't have a larger audience, because I feel like we're better than a lot of locally produced shows, not from a production point of view, but from an entertainment point of view. I feel like we're better. I feel like we're more entertaining. That's my Thanksgiving message. All of you fatties out there that are watching this, celebrating Thanksgiving next week, need to understand that it's disgusting. Your lifestyle makes me sick, because healthy people like me are trying to just live normal, functioning lives, and you are taking it away from us. You're shoving your fat agenda down our throats. Bill, every host on television, Al Roker, Oprah, you, and yes, I put you in the same breath as Oprah, and I can't believe it.
They've lost weight, I haven't.
Fatties on television, they're trying to tell you it's okay to live your life as a morbidly obese person, a thing that you can change. You can change the fact that you're fat, Bill, okay? It is a choice to be a porker. It is a choice to be a fatty. And that choice is a manifestation that has turned into Thanksgiving and the worship of Colonel Sanders. It needs to be stopped.
Lionel thinks he can say and do whatever he wants, and boy, about 50% of the time it's justified in good television. And then there are the other times, and so we have to have almost a whole segment of our show that's devoted to Lionel apologizing for things he said previously on the show.
That's right. It's my weekly apology for anything I might say or do that is wildly inappropriate on television. Thankfully, I haven't taken any shots at any former mayoral candidates in the area lately.
Last time after you apologized,
it got worse.
It got worse.
It got worse, yes it did.
It's great. I've been doing television for 20 years, and Lionel has just been around for the past year or so, and it's kind of almost like, I don't mean this disrespectful at all, it's almost like having a puppy on the show that it's cute and there's a lot of fun to it, and the viewers like it, but sometimes there's just completely distracted.
Out of time. Do I have enough time?
We do have enough time for the very important report on what's happening tonight on the UPN.
Tonight on the United Paramount Network, at All New Shasta McNasty, is Shasta runs into deep trouble when he gets T-boned by... Get out of here!
Hold on.
Get...
There's some words you can't say on television.
When he gets T-boned by Chevy Chase, they are taken home.
Okay, take it home, and we have sent Lionel over the edge. We'll be back. We have more sport. Dealing with Lionel, there's really three separate people. When Lionel is on the show, there's a calmness to him that's not there when he's in the wrestling ring. When Lionel is a wrestling ring, I think it's so agitated by the fatties in the audience, and they can't quite keep his mind about him, and then he becomes really agitated and angry. But on the show, he's more calm. And I say there's three Lionels, because if Lionel a couple times wasn't on the show but called in, and that's like this 60s happy-feely Lionel. And I don't know where that comes from. But the third Lionel is when Lionel calls into the show. And that's a happy, pleasant person who likes people. I don't know where that comes from, but the three Lionels, it's hard to work with. I think just over time, you just kind of know which Lionel you're dealing with, and then it makes life so much better. He talks about overweight people, but I don't think he really hates them. He says the things he says trying to cure some demons from his childhood, or some misplaced something that happened to him from some kids in middle school, maybe.
I think it rooted from some really awful
really awful fat ladies that we knew that were just downright mean, not because they were fat, but it just happenstance, like they were fat and mean. And middle school, really, just middle school. So the first time I ever met Lucas, I actually didn't know who he was, but I was in middle school band class, and we were all percussionists. There was a list of our chair placements, and dead last was Lucas. I said, I have to meet this guy. I did, eventually. We did like middle school band festivals together. They were shitty. He was always a performer. Whether it's high school theater or going back to him singing the Divinals, I Touch Myself at the Westside Middle School Renaissance Festival in the Ernest Pettyjohn Gym. I never thought of Lucas as the antagonist, honestly. Never.